The day I left Manchester United for Real Madrid, Sir Alex Ferguson told me I was making the biggest mistake of my career, Cristiano Ronaldo said, cutting his meal with precision. He said Madrid would destroy me, that Spanish football was too technical for my style. His eyes blazed with competitive fire. 9 years later, I had become their greatest ever player. Sometimes the biggest risks create the greatest rewards. Fear of failure is the only real failure. Tonight, I'm having dinner with Cristiano Ronaldo, arguably the greatest footballer of all time and one of the world's highest-paid athletes. We're at an exclusive restaurant in Madrid, and he's about to share how he transformed from a rejected teenager into a global empire worth over $500 million annually. Tell me about that Madrid decision. It seemed impossible at the time. Ronaldo straightened his custom-tailored suit, every detail of his appearance meticulously planned, just like his career. 2009, I was 24, already successful at United, loved by the fans. Everyone said, "Why risk it? You're already a star." But I knew something they didn't. He paused to sip his water. No alcohol, ever. His discipline extends to every aspect of life. I knew that greatness requires constant evolution. At United, I had become comfortable. Comfort is the enemy of excellence. Madrid represented the ultimate challenge, the biggest club, the highest pressure, the most demanding fans. But Ferguson's concerns weren't unfounded. Sir Alex was protecting me, like a father. He saw the pressure that had broken other players at Madrid. But pressure is a privilege. Only special players get the opportunity to feel that kind of pressure. Ronaldo's eyes lit up with the same intensity I'd seen in countless decisive moments on the pitch. The first thing I did at Madrid was study the club's history. Di Stefano, Puskas, Zidane, legends who had thrived under that pressure. I didn't want to just play for Madrid. I wanted to become the greatest player in Madrid's history. That's a massive ambition. Massive ambitions require massive commitment. From day one at Madrid, I restructured my entire life. Training, nutrition, recovery, sleep, everything optimized for peak performance. Walk me through a typical day. I wake up at 7 a.m. every day, no exceptions. First hour is stretching and light exercises to activate my body. Breakfast is always the same: whole grains, fresh fruit, lean protein. My body is a precision machine, so I fuel it with precision nutrition. The first course arrived, something light and perfectly balanced, just like Ronaldo's diet. Training at Madrid was different from United, more tactical, more intense, but I adapted quickly because I had learned the most important skill in football: how to learn. What do you mean? Every coach has different ideas. Every teammate has different strengths. Every opponent has different weaknesses. If you can absorb information quickly and apply it immediately, you become unstoppable. That adaptation made you successful at Madrid? That adaptation made me successful everywhere. United taught me power and speed. Madrid taught me technique and intelligence. Juventus taught me tactics and leadership. Al Nassr is teaching me longevity and cultural adaptation. Ronaldo adjusted his perfectly styled hair. Even casual gestures seemed choreographed. But football success was just the foundation. The real empire was built off the pitch. Tell me about the business side. 2010 was the turning point. I was already the highest-paid player at Madrid, but I realized something crucial. My football career had an expiration date, but my brand could last forever. How did you approach building that brand? First, I studied the greatest athletes who had transcended their sports: Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Muhammad Ali. They weren't just great athletes, they were global icons. What did they have in common? 3 things: uncompromising excellence, distinctive personality, and strategic partnerships. I knew I had the first 2. I needed to master the third. Your Nike deal was revolutionary. Lifetime contract worth over $1 billion. But it wasn't just about money. It was about partnership. Nike didn't just sponsor me. They bet their entire football strategy on me. Ronaldo smiled with the satisfaction of someone who had fundamentally changed the economics of sports marketing. I told them, "Don't just put my name on products. Let me design products that reflect my standards." The CR7 line isn't just merchandise, it's an extension of my perfectionism. What other business ventures excite you? Hotels, fitness centers, fragrance lines, fashion brands. But the crown jewel is my social media empire. 900 million followers across all platforms. How do you monetize that following? Each Instagram post can generate $2 to $3 million in sponsorship revenue. But more importantly, it's direct access to my fans without media filters. I control the narrative. I control the message. That's unprecedented power for an athlete. Social media democratized fame. Before, athletes needed newspapers and TV networks to reach fans. Now I can share my life, my training, my thoughts directly with hundreds of millions of people. The main course arrived. Lean protein, vegetables, complex carbohydrates. Ronaldo's meal choices reflected his obsessive attention to physical optimization. Let's talk about longevity. You're 39 and still performing at the highest level. Age is just a number if you treat your body like a temple. While other players my age are retired or declining, I'm still breaking records. What's your secret? There is no secret, only systems. I sleep 8 hours every night. I train 6 days a week. I eat the same nutritious meals. I avoid alcohol completely. I do recovery sessions daily. That sounds incredibly restrictive. Discipline equals freedom. Because I'm disciplined with my body, I'm free to perform at levels that seem impossible for my age. What about the psychological aspect? Mental strength is more important than physical strength. I've worked with sports psychologists for 15 years. Visualization, goal setting, pressure management, these are skills that can be developed. Give me an example. Before every important match, I visualize exactly how I want to perform. I see myself scoring goals, making crucial passes, celebrating victories. When the moment arrives, my body already knows what to do because my mind has rehearsed it hundreds of times. How do you handle criticism and pressure? I transform criticism into motivation. When people say I'm too old, I score hat tricks. When they say I can't adapt to new leagues, I break scoring records. Negative energy becomes positive fuel. Your move to Saudi Arabia was controversial. Everything I do is controversial because I refuse to follow conventional paths. Most players retire to MLS or return to their childhood clubs. I chose to pioneer a new frontier. What attracted you to Saudi Arabia? Vision 2030. They're not just buying players, they're building a football ecosystem. State-of-the-art facilities, world-class coaching, massive investment in youth development. And financially? $200 million per year, but it's not just salary. It's a comprehensive partnership that includes ambassador roles, business development, and revenue sharing from league growth. You're helping legitimize Saudi football globally. I'm helping them dream bigger. When I arrived, Saudi League games had 5,000 spectators. Now they're selling out 60,000-seat stadiums. That's the power of belief combined with excellence. What about your other investments? Real estate portfolio worth over $100 million. Properties in Madrid, Turin, Manchester, Lisbon, New York. But I don't just buy properties. I buy iconic properties that appreciate in value. Your hotel chain? CR7 Hotels in partnership with Pastana Group. We're not just building hotels, we're creating experiences that reflect my standards of excellence. Every detail matters, from the design to the service to the amenities. What drives you to keep expanding your business empire? Legacy. Football glory fades, but business empires can last generations. I want my children and grandchildren to benefit from the foundation I'm building today. How do you balance business with football performance? I delegate operational decisions to trusted partners while maintaining creative control. My job is vision and standards. Other people handle execution. What's your advice for young athletes who want to build beyond their sport? Start early, even if you start small. Every sponsorship deal, every business opportunity is a learning experience. Don't wait until your career is ending to think about what's next. What else? Protect your image obsessively. One scandal can destroy decades of brand building. Every decision should be filtered through this question: does this enhance or damage my long-term value? How do you maintain motivation after achieving everything? I don't compete against other players anymore. I compete against my own potential. Can I score more goals this season than last season? Can I reach new markets with my brand? Can I break records that seem impossible? What's next for Cristiano Ronaldo? Football until at least 40, maybe beyond. Business expansion into new sectors, technology, entertainment, sustainable energy, and preparing the next generation. Your children? My son Cristiano Jr. is already showing incredible talent and dedication, but I'm teaching him that football success must be paired with business intelligence. Athletic careers are short, smart careers are lifelong. Final advice for young entrepreneurs? Excellence is not negotiable. Whether you're taking a penalty kick or negotiating a business deal, the standard must be perfection. Second place is just the first loser. And for handling failure? Failure is temporary if you're willing to work. I've missed penalties, lost finals, faced criticism, but every setback became a setup for a comeback. As dinner concluded, Ronaldo reflected on his philosophy. People see the goals, the trophies, the money, but they don't see the 20 years of daily discipline that created this life. Success isn't about talent, it's about the willingness to do what others won't do every single day. What's your legacy? I proved that with enough dedication, you can rewrite the rules. Age limits, transfer records, social media influence, global brand building. I didn't just break barriers, I eliminated them. This evening with Cristiano Ronaldo showed me that the greatest athletes don't just excel in their sport, they use their athletic success as a platform to build empires that transcend games, creating value that lasts long after the final whistle. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the other videos to hear the most private dinner conversations where billionaires reveal their deepest secrets. Which part inspired you the most? Drop it in the comments. Let's figure out how to become billionaires together.